So Oscars 2020 is coming up this Sunday, and I thought I'd put together my final predictions for the event, going through every category from Best Picture to the Acting Awards to the Screenplay Awards and so on, and basically giving my overall predictions and my final predictions for what will win come Oscars night. Obviously I did do a predictions video when the nominees were announced, but I think there have been a few changes since that original video. I think there's certain films that I think are going to win over others, so I thought I'd do an updated list since the Oscars is coming up this Sunday. I'll also do a video on Monday to reflect on the winners and give my analysis on the event, so if you do like this video and you want to watch that one, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications, and also if you do enjoy this video, remember to hit that like rating button. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Here are my Oscar predictions, or my Oscar final predictions, come Sunday. So I'm going to quickly run through all the categories and give my predictions, and then afterwards I'm going to explain some of the main choices that I made in this predictions list. So starting off with original song, I'm going with I'm Gonna Love Me Again for Rocketman. For sound editing, I'm going for 1917. For makeup and hairstyling, Bombshell. For animated feature, Toy Story 4. For animated short, Hair, Love. For sound mixing, 1917. For visual effects, 1917. For original score, Joker. For documentary feature, Honeyland. For documentary short subject, Learning to Skateboard in a War Zone if you're a girl. Production design, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Cinematography, 1917. Film editing, Joker. Short film, live action, A Sister. Original screenplay, Parasite. Adapted screenplay, Jojo Rabbit. Costume design, Little Woman. And coming to the acting awards, actor in a supporting role, Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Actress in a supporting role, Laura Dern for Marriage Story. Foreign language film, Parasite. For actress in a leading role, Renée Zellweger, Judy. For actor in a leading role, Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. For director, I'm going Sam Mendes for 1917. And for best picture, I'm going for Parasite. So they are my predictions. Obviously, I know a lot of you are going to be saying, why didn't you put 1917 for picture? Originally, I had 1917 in best picture, but I think this year is going to be split between director and picture. I think this is the first year in a few years, actually, that we're going to have a different picture, best picture I mean, to director. And I think simply because of the split between Parasite and 1917 over this award season when it comes to director and picture, I know that 1917 has won most of the best pictures, but I do think that with, you know, the fact that we got more voters when it comes to the Oscars, you know, other than what we had at like the BAFTAs and the Golden Globes, I think that we could get Parasite winning best picture. And I think the fact that it's winning original screenplay, the Oscars pay a lot of attention to that screenplay award. I think they're going to give it to Parasite. But the first few awards that I obviously mentioned, original song, sound editing, makeup and hairstyling, animated feature and animated short, I think when it comes to original song, really Rocketman is the only winner there. I think the only song that's really got a chance is Into the Unknown. And then with sound editing, I think sound editing and mixing 1917 is going to sweep. It's pretty much swept, you know, the floor with most of the sound awards. It was only score that Joker has took from it, which is fair. I mean, I love the Joker score and I think it does deserve to win that. And then with makeup and hairstyling, Bombshell, I think it's between Bombshell and Joker, but Bombshell has been winning a lot of the hairstyle, you know, makeup and hairstyling awards, so I think that's very much the favourite going into the Oscars. For animated feature, there's a chance that Klaus wins over Toy Story 4 simply because Klaus has won it's had a few shocks. I think Missing Link won a few months ago at one of the award shows, and then Klaus won the other day at the BAFTAs, so I think it's definitely up for grabs, but in my opinion, I think they're going to go with Toy Story 4. I think it was a shame that it didn't win you know, some of the other animated awards. It was a shock actually that it didn't win, but I think they're going to go Toy Story 4 with that one. Animated short, I haven't personally watched these, but I've heard a lot of love for Hair, Love, so I think that's got a chance of winning that. And then obviously coming on to the next set of films which I was talking about, sound mixing, again 1917 I think will win that. Visual effects, I know a lot of you would probably say, why didn't you pick Avengers Endgame? Because I know Avengers Endgame's been winning a lot of the visual effects awards. I think the Academy are going to go for the more prestigious option, and you know what I'm talking about in that regard is that the visual effects in 1917 are just more refined in terms of filmmaking. They are. I mean, when you think about, they did all of that in camera and then they used uses visual effects to kind of support that in-camera work. It really is technical wizardry at the, you know, the highest honour. So I think the Academy will honour that, but I would not be surprised if Avengers Endgame did win. I think it's definitely between them two. It's very split. So I'm putting my money on 1917, but again, Avengers Endgame has got a pure, you know, a decent shot at visual effects. For original score, Joker, there's no question it's going to walk away with this. Documentary feature, Honeyland. Again, I haven't watched this, you know, the nominees in this category, but Honeyland has been getting a lot of buzz. I think that and American Factory, a lot of people are putting their money on American Factory, but I'm going to go for an upset and say Honeyland. For documentary short subjects, obviously I put Learning to Skateboard in a War Zone If You're a Girl. I think that's the clear winner that a lot of people are putting their money on, and I think it will win that. For production design, which is a bit more open, I think it's between Parasite, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and 1917, but obviously I put my money on Hollywood. I think they will want to give Hollywood another award, and I think the production design it's a key standout in that film, so I think that would be a kind of a good award to give it. And then obviously with the cinematography, there's only one winner there, 1917. I think The Lighthouse has got a shot, but I think 1917 is going to sweep that. Film editing, I'm going for an upset. I'm putting Joker. A lot of people are saying Parasite. I personally think Joker will win. I think the way they edited that movie was sublime. And that's just my opinion, of course, but again, you know, some people may think Parasite. For me, it was Joker, and I think that might be an upset. For short film live action, A Sister, and then again, original screenplay, Parasite. No question it's between Parasite and Hollywood in this category, but I think Parasite will win. For adapted screenplay, I put Jojo Rabbit, which, you know, it's a very open category. You know, you've got Little Women in there, The Two Popes, Joker and The Irishman. I think Little Women is the only film that's up there with Jojo Rabbit to win. I think they'll want to honour Jojo Rabbit in some way, and I think adapted screenplay is the best place to do it. And then for costume design, Little Women, I think that will be Little Women's main award for the night, and I think, you know, it's pretty much deserving. The costume design looks phenomenal in that film, so I'm going for Little Women in that award. For the next set, we come, as I, you know, talked about my actor predictions. In a supporting role, Brad Pitt. I think with all the actor nominations this year, the ones that are winning are probably going to win at the Oscars. You know, when I'm talking about Brad Pitt, Laura Dern, Joaquin Phoenix and Renée Zellweger, I think they're going to win again. They've been winning all award season, and I doubt there'll be an upset in the acting categories. There might be, you know, when you're talking about Scarlett Johansson in Best Actress, or even Joe Pesci in actor in a supporting role, but I honestly think they're just going to go down the line with the main contenders for the acting awards. Foreign language film, no question, that goes to Parasite. And then director, again, coming to director and picture. Director was one that, you know, is hard. It's definitely between Sam Mendes and Bong Joon-ho, but I think they're going to give director to Sam Mendes and Parasite for Best Picture. So they are my predictions for the Academy Awards or the Oscars coming up this Sunday. It's been a great year in film, and I think at the end of the day, whoever wins really is deserved of winning, even if there are, you know, a few films that people think were snubbed out. I think most of the films that are in the Oscars this year are deserving of being there. So they are my predictions. Let me know down below what your predictions are for the Oscars, and yes, tell me if there's any difference between yours and mine, if you disagree with some of the films I've predicted here, and yeah, just overall let me know down below how you're feeling about the whole Oscar situation. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.